Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Dash Brandon and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from my channel. We're going to be taking a look at the newest unique weapon to enter Fortnite Save the World, the Heartbreaker Crossbow. Right off the bat, we need to establish a couple of things. The first is, if you're a collector, you've probably already bought this weapon. The second is that this review is aimed at people that could value the 2,000 gold that the crossbow would cost much higher than someone like myself that farms missions every day for hundreds of gold a day and would have trouble coming up with 4, 6, 8,000 gold throughout the course of an event. With all that being said, on to the review. My test group consisted of using the Urban Assault Headhunter as both the main hero and another one for the support bonus. This was so I could see the best possible damage outside of being shouted at by a Warcry soldier. Using this hero gave me reduced recoil, which didn't really seem to matter much, but it did give me quick clip so that I could reload it faster. I think that the reload only applies to the reload animation when the weapon is empty, so that is probably not as useful as it could be. The support squad bonus of another UAH to increase the headshot damage multiplier by 27% also helped. Even with trying to stack the most damage as I could on it, I was still unable to one-shot high-level blasters, which I feel that this crossbow should probably be capable of doing that. I mean, it would get them low, but it wouldn't one-shot them. That was also with a critical headshot. So if you didn't get a crit headshot, you just got a headshot, it'd be probably around a quarter to a half health, or maybe a quarter to a third. And then if you got a body shot, they'd be pretty healthy still, because you don't really get much extra damage from just bodying these guys. I bring up blasters because they are one of the 3 ranged enemies that you're going to care enough about to use a sniper rifle. The other 2 being the 2 classes of lobbers. I feel like I should be able to one-shot high-level blasters with this weapon, and I should be able to one-shot the lobbers as well. Now on to a little bit about the weapon. The Heartbreaker, like most event unique weapons so far, comes with preset perks. The perks are 15% damage, 45% magazine size, which feels bugged, as it should be 7 rounds instead of 6 after the perk is applied. It starts with a default as 5 rounds, I believe. It comes with 21% crit chance, 60% crit damage, and 30% damage while aiming down sights. For the rest of the review, if we refer to aiming down sights, we'll call it ADS. The arrow has a travel time and is not guaranteed a hit when you fire it at a husk, especially husks that like to move, such as lobbers. The arrow also drops over time and distance after it's fired, with the drop feeling like it starts about 4 tiles out or so, and the bolt can also pierce enemies, dealing more damage than most other sniper rifles, with the exception of the one-shot, which also pierces. They would probably not be landing several headshots in a row using one arrow unless they are too close to really warrant using a sniper rifle. For a long time I wasn't a fan of using the crossbow. It felt sluggish and unforgiving in poor aim, which after several hours with it, I still feel pretty much the same. My aim is pretty terrible, which is why I prefer crafting great kill tunnels over relying on sniping stuff. I have crafted some of these weapons for my friends, and all but one have said they aren't really a fan of the weapon in using it. It's interesting and fun, but it's not as effective as it could be. So at least now I know it's not just me. When shooting the weapon, you have to reload after each arrow, and then when you get to the end of the magazine, you have another reload animation to wait through. I believe this is where the quick clip would come in, and increasing the reload speed of this animation right here. Part of my problem when using the weapon was that I really tried to use it during testing as my only weapon, and that probably also helped to skew my view of it a bit. But also, sniper rifles just aren't really that useful in the game right now. We don't have a sniper-based hero. Even when giving it to a defender, the defender didn't really perform all that well with it either. It has no element, and therefore does less damage to elemental husks. And that's for every single elemental husk. I think they could have fixed this by giving it energy damage so that it's at least somewhat useful against all of the husks instead of being against elemental husks. The best comparison as far as a similar weapon in the game, even though this is a very unique weapon that has bullet drop off and is a crossbow, would be the bolt action sniper, the one shot. I believe this is they're similar in piercing, they're both snipers. The fact that you have to load each round as you shoot and then also go through another reload animation at the end. In my opinion, I would probably stick with finding a good one shot rather than using the crossbow. Missing shots can be troublesome and punishing, especially if you're hoping to kill the husk before it killed you. You also can't use it to reliably shoot lobber skulls out of the sky, as the bullet drop is difficult to deal with in conjunction with the skull moving. In my opinion, the weapon is fun to use if the stakes are low, but most people should avoid it if they have other places they need to spend their 2,000 gold. In my opinion, you would get a lot more mileage out of your gold if you were to spend it on the survivors. Even if you don't need the purple ones, you can retire them for training manuals and experience. And all of the upgrade materials being rain, lightning in a bottle, and all that stuff. I hope you found this review helpful, and if you would like to see more reviews done by me, please feel free to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, and have a great day.